They tell you that to succeed, you need a team. They say you need a network, applause, and constant validation. They are lying to you. Look at the most powerful people in history. Before the crowds, before the fame, before the empire, there was silence. If you feel alone right now, don't be afraid. You aren't abandoned. You are being prepared, because the truth no one wants to admit is this: solitude is not a curse. It is the only place where a king is made. And if you watch this till the end, you'll understand why your loneliness is actually your biggest competitive advantage. Most people believe success comes from support, recognition, or luck, but the opposite is true. The greatest victories are born in silence, without applause, without witnesses. While the world waits for motivation, the lone wolf builds discipline. While others beg for help, he learns to sustain himself. And the curious thing is, results appear faster than you imagine, because there are no distractions, only focus. Many fear silence, as if being alone was synonymous with weakness. But it is precisely in this space that true character is forged. The solitary path demands firmness because there are no clapping hands to sustain motivation, only the conviction that every step matters. The wolf climbing the mountain is hungrier than the one already at the top, because he knows he depends solely on his own grit. Solitude is not a burden, it is a forge. There, the mind learns to withstand the weight of uncertainty, and the heart discovers how to beat strong without needing an audience. Look at the great names that transformed history. Athletes who trained in the dark, entrepreneurs who worked in silence, artists who created before being recognized. Michael Jordan stayed after practice shooting hundreds of shots alone. Elon Musk spent nights sleeping in an empty factory to keep his projects alive. This dedication without witnesses generates a strength that no one can take away. It is the kind of energy that accumulates in silence, but explodes when the world finally sees the result. In daily life, this can be simple, but powerful. Trading a purposeless night out for hours of study. Turning off your phone to dive into a book. Refusing shortcuts to choose consistency. These are small choices that, when added up, build someone capable of facing storms without shaking. Solitude, when used well, transforms a human being into someone self-sufficient, firm, and with clarity of purpose. After all, he who learns to walk alone never gets lost in the crowd. And when this individual understands the strength of solitude, they also discover they need a pillar to sustain their journey: discipline. Because it's not enough to be alone. You must know what to do with that time. And that is where the magic of true transformation begins. Discipline is like an invisible muscle that sustains every victory. Without it, life becomes a drifting boat. Lots of movement, little progress. It isn't motivation that leads someone to success. It is the capacity to do what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like it. It's waking up early when your body begs for 5 more minutes. It's keeping focus when everyone around you is distracted. Discipline is discomfort today, freedom tomorrow. Great stories of overcoming share this common trait. David Goggins didn't become one of the toughest men on the planet through talent, but through ironclad discipline. Running every day, training through pain, giving no room for excuses. This pattern creates an invisible advantage that most will never have. While many wait for motivation to knock, the disciplined one has already started, already built, and already advanced. In practice, discipline can be creating a schedule and sticking to it, even if it's boring. Reading 20 pages a day, training at the right time, saving a fixed amount every month. It seems small, but it is precisely the sum of these gestures that creates freedom. He who masters discipline controls his own life because he doesn't depend on mood, weather, or other people's opinions. It's like having a superpower that only works for those who dare to exercise it daily. And when discipline settles in, it begins to mold something even more valuable. The routine that gives clarity, eliminates distractions, and makes room for sacrifices to become investments. This is the next step that separates those who talk from those who do. Routine is the invisible skeleton of success. He who organizes his days doesn't live trapped. He lives free from distractions. Waking up early isn't just about the time, it's about taking control of the day before the world starts making demands. The silence of the morning offers mental clarity that no other moment brings. But the truth is, routine without sacrifice yields no results. Every great advance requires letting go of something. Sleeping fewer hours in some phases, trading comfort for effort, cutting immediate pleasures to harvest greater fruits. Athletes sacrifice parties to train. Entrepreneurs sacrifice rest to launch projects. It's hard, but it's fair. Every renunciation today is a seed planted in the future. Someone who trades an hour of social media for an hour of study every day adds up to more than 300 hours of learning in a year. This small sacrifice transforms entire careers. The future thanks every disciplined choice made in the present. This consistency, even if painful, begins to mold something greater than habits. It creates the mindset of someone who not only acts, but sees themselves as a winner. And it is in this shift that the solitary walk gains another flavor. A winner isn't defined by the trophy on the shelf, but by the internal standard that refuses to accept the ordinary. He doesn't wait for perfect circumstances. He creates opportunities even in chaos. Take Kobe Bryant as an example. His obsession was raising standards, training more than any teammate, repeating moves until they became art. It wasn't talent that distinguished him, but the refusal to be just good. This mindset made him not just a legendary player, but a symbol of unshakable determination. The trophy was a consequence, not the goal. In daily life, a winner's mindset means not accepting lateness as an excuse, not settling for average grades when you can study more, not accepting debt when you can organize your finances. It is looking at every detail and asking, how can I be better here? This question alone transforms destinies. And when someone adopts this mindset, they realize they need something even deeper: the warrior spirit. The warrior isn't the one who never feels fear, but the one who decides to face it. Living with courage is accepting that growth requires risk. It is putting yourself in uncomfortable situations and understanding that today's pain prepares tomorrow's victories. The phrase "a little more" defines the warrior spirit. It's running one more mile, doing one extra rep, studying 15 minutes beyond the plan. This small margin creates a gigantic difference over time. It is the patience of one who understands that consistency always beats temporary intensity. Look at soldiers who train under cold, hunger, and exhaustion. They don't seek comfort. They seek resilience, working in silence, facing criticism, enduring rejection, and still keeping going. Every fall is absorbed as training, not failure. But for this spirit to flourish, there is a non-negotiable requirement: total responsibility. No one is coming to save you. Life hands out no ready-made shortcuts. Progress begins when you assume total responsibility for your choices, actions, and results. It's easier to blame the government, your parents, or your boss, but that excuse only holds you back. True power emerges the moment a person says, "It's on me, and only me." It is better to walk alone in the right direction than to follow a lost crowd. While some wait for rescue, others create opportunities. He who decides to take life into his own hands learns to trust himself, and this confidence doesn't depend on applause, but on daily attitude. In practice, this means creating financial goals instead of waiting for a raise, taking responsibility for your health instead of blaming genetics, investing in new skills instead of complaining about a lack of opportunity. The change starts when you look in the mirror and understand that your greatest enemy, and also your greatest ally, is reflected right there. And when that clicks, the journey makes sense. The solitary walk stops being a burden and becomes pride. Outro, CTA. The solitary walk is hard, but it leads to the greatest rewards. True power is born from discipline, consistency, and the courage to be different. While the majority seeks shortcuts, the lone wolf creates paths. Now that you understand this mindset, tell me, are you going to keep waiting for someone to save you? Or will you take command of your own life? How many times have you stopped moving forward for fear of loneliness? What if, instead of running from it, You use this time to become someone unbreakable. The world doesn't respect excuses. It respects results. So, which version of you will be born starting today? If this message made sense to you, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and keep learning with us. Because here, you will discover step by step how to become the wolf that no one can stop.